The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 11 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships, offering Buick GMC, Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan, and the resale division, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Penfield, Fairport, Canandaigua, Ontario, and Palmyra, and online at visionauto.com. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. This is the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Every week at this time, we take a comprehensive look at sports in Section 5 in Monroe County, beginning with our honor roll of high school teams from Championship Week. And from among many, we chose these. At number 3, Pittsford Sutherland's girls volleyball team. The Knights won a 5th straight Class B sectional championship. Savannah Bothner had 12 kills and 22 digs in a finals win over top-seeded Irondequoit. Props also to Penfield and HFL, which also claimed crowns. At number 2, the Wheatland Chili girls soccer team, the best little team in the state. The Wildcats at 20-1, and in 11 games since their only loss of the year to Byron Burgeon, have outscored their opponents 46-3. Hannah Callion led the way with 26 goals. And at number 1, Victor football. The Blue Devils completed a very business-like 10-0 season with a 23-7 win over Pittsford in the Class AA Finals, Victor's second championship in the past 3 years. Which brings us to Fairport, where the Raiders boys soccer team enjoyed another banner year. It should surprise no one that the Fairport boys soccer team is once again playing deep into November. The Raiders make a habit of this. The common thread here is Coach Gianni Busani. In 22 years, Busani has coached his boys into 15 sectional finals, winning 9 titles.
It's a pleasure. I always love playing for Coach. He's very intense, but it helps me because I'm an intense player and I always want everyone else to be at 100% no matter what. So I like it.
I'm a very passionate person. I have a love of the game, and I demand excellence. I demand playing with energy and with passion. And we respect the jersey. And the number one, kind of value we instill in these boys is that you play for the name on the front of the jersey, not the name on the back.
Although the names on the back do matter, Critchlow is one of those names. Peter is a legacy. His older brother Hunter was a senior leader on a team that went undefeated into the state finals in 2013. Peter was a freshman then. Was Hunter a big help to you in the transition years?
Yes, absolutely. He always pushed me and told me I could always do better, and it always helped me. So I could always push myself, and he always knew what I could do, so it always helped me.
Critchlow scored 20 goals this year to lead a team that returned all but one starter from a year ago and won its 3rd sectional championship in the past 4 years. But not without some consternation. With 2 games to go in the regular season, starting keeper Nick Turturro was lost to a season-ending injury. From among the candidates to replace him, fellow senior Jake Horse stepped up and won straight through to states.
I've been on this team for 4 years now, so I've been at every level of it like Pete. I've been like one of the guys who's just been out there pushing people, and then I've transitioned into somebody who, is considered for the lineup. And then now I'm into one of those leadership roles where I'm trying to help those younger guys transition in as well. So I've seen every step of the podium through it.
Have you ever played in more important games than you're facing right now?
Oh, never. No, this is most important stuff I've ever played in my life, easily.
Regardless of the outcome at states, this has been another banner year, literally, for Fairport soccer.
A lot of this is just peaking at the right time, and we always talk about playing our best soccer at the end of October, and then playing soccer in November.
This is quite a run. I mean, to get in the finals 5 years in a row, you win 3 of these. I mean, what accounts for that level of success?
Well, to be honest, it's got more to do with our youth program here in Fairport. It's got more to do with the time and effort these kids put in the off season. We do weight training twice a week. This past summer, we did yoga twice a week. Yeah, and I did it myself. It was fantastic. We did CrossFit training. I bring in instructors and they put them through paces in 90-degree heat. We're out on the field up here doing yoga. And so a lot of it is all the extra stuff we put the boys through. And they eat it up.
When we return, Brockport's Matt Davis is in the Dunkin' Donuts Coach's Corner, and later, the leading candidate for Section 5 High School Football Player of the Year, when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Celebrate the holidays with delicious Dunkin' coffee. Stop by Dunkin' Donuts for 2 K-Cup boxes for $15.99 or 3 pounds of packaged coffee for just $19.99. America runs on Dunkin'. Welcome back to the Vision High School Sports Beat. Time now for the Dunkin' Donuts Coach's Corner. Our pleasure to be joined by Matt Davis, the head coach of the girls soccer team and the varsity baseball team at Brockport. Matt, girls soccer and varsity baseball, it's an interesting combination of sports there.
Yeah, it is. It's something that I wasn't really going to do right away. It was an opportunity that was brought to me a little later in my career, and I thought it was a good opportunity with 2 young girls to get in coaching girls as well.
So that's part of the motivation then?
Yeah, absolutely. It's part of the motivation. I got 2 young children. I was coaching varsity baseball, and the opportunity came up to coach girls soccer. And, that was certainly definitely part of it, for my girls to be involved in something that I do.
I always enjoy the whole boys versus girls things when you're coaching, how you treat them differently. What are the dynamics between coaching girls soccer and baseball?
It's not a whole lot of differences in terms of what you're doing day in and day out. You got to provide good opportunities for kids to grow and be successful, and they have a lot of commonalities. I would say at times you got to be a little bit more forgiving with your time with the girls. It just takes a little bit more in terms of making sure that they're doing things day in and day out really well, and the same with the boys. You give them just as much time, but there's not a whole lot of differences between the two, really.
There's a philosophy out there that the best thing you could do with a girls' team is to treat the girls as you would treat a guys' team.
Yeah.
That they like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's no reason not to treat them the same way. They want to be pushed and driven just like my boys do, and it's definitely a challenge to do both, but it's something that I really enjoy doing.
You better at one or the other?
You'd have to ask them that. Yeah, you'd have to ask them.
But you have a comfort zone. I mean, you must know when you go out there that, maybe you've got more to learn in one area than the other.
Yeah, I mean, I think soccer over the years has kind of been a secondary sport for me. So I've done a lot more learning in terms of coaching, and Chris Thorne was a huge part of that. And so it's definitely been more work on the soccer end just because of my background knowledge.
Now, you're into it for 11 years. Are you a lot better than you were when you first started out?
Well, it's only been, this will be my 4th season for baseball, and this is just my 3rd season coaching varsity for girls. So over those 11 years, I've had a lot of different experiences in terms of modified and working my way up. So yeah, I think I've gotten better. I hope I've gotten better.
Corning area native, I thought it was fascinating. You told me that you'd gotten hired for your first coaching job right out of high school.
Yeah, just shortly after high school, I went on to a community college, and my former athletic director called me and asked if I would be interested in coaching a modified B soccer team, boys soccer team. And I thought, what a great way to give back to my alma mater, where I've had great coaches and good experiences. So that's where I kind of got it started.
Yeah, but that's an unusual dynamic. Did you have to overcome your own youth in order to do this?
Yeah, I think so a little bit. The good news was that they were modified boys, so there was a little bit of a gap between me leaving school and having some new faces. So they didn't know me personally, which I think helps a lot. But, definitely my youth, I definitely had some support around me to make sure that I was able to do a nice job with
Kind
that.
of a crash course?
Yeah, definitely a crash course, without a doubt.
Matt Davis has been our guest on the Dunkin' Donuts Coach's Corner. He is the varsity girls soccer and baseball coach here at Brockport. Coming up, we salute our Wegmans Making the Grade nominee, and later, the long wait is over at Grease Athena, thanks in part to one talented individual, when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues.
Welcome back, and thanks for watching the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Kim Burnson. It's time now for Making the Grade, brought to you by Wegmans. Wegmans is a proud supporter of Making the Grade, which highlights the accomplishments of Section 5 student athletes on and off the playing field.
Honored this week is Nathan Lawler of Pittsford Mendon High School. As a junior, Nathan has made quite a name for himself on Mendon's cross-country team. Not only did he place 9th at the National Nike Regional Race, but he missed qualifying by just one spot, making him a state runner-up as a sophomore, a goal he's surely likely to chase this season. Not only is Nathan a standout at Mendon, but in Section 5 overall. He became a sectional champion in Class B and was the fastest runner at the McQuaid Invitational this fall. His improvement has helped the team win multiple titles in Section 5. For his performance, he was granted the Charlie McMullen Award as Section 5's fastest runner. His hard work and dedication is also represented in his schoolwork, where he maintains an A average. For his improvement during the season and in the classroom, this week Nathan Lawler is making the grade.
If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want your nominations. Send them in to info@classywolf.com. Now here's Bill with the Fidelis Care Section 5 calendar.
Fidelis Care offers quality, affordable health coverage for children and adults of all ages at all stages of life. Quality health coverage. That's our mission. Call 1-888-FIDELIS or visit fideliscare.org. We close the books on 3 more fall season sports this week with the State Girls Swimming Championships Friday and Saturday at mighty Ithaca College. Pittsford's Lindsay Stone, a newly minted state record holder, leads the way. The volleyball seasons wrap up with Penfield in the running to win both titles. The boys' state finals is Saturday at Suffolk County Community College. The girls' championships are Saturday and Sunday at the Glens Falls Civic Center, which leaves just football. The state semifinals for the western half of the state are Friday and Saturday at Cicero North. Winners there advance to the Carrier Dome for the state championship games. That's what's happening in our Fidelis Care Section 5 calendar for the week ahead. Which brings us to our final weekly countdown of the Jim Dahlberth Sporting Goods Top 5 High School Football Plays of the Week. Jim Dahlberth Sporting Goods is proud to support student athletes who work hard on the field, in the classroom, and in their communities. Jim Dahlberth Sporting Goods. Shoes, sports, service. All from the championship finals. These are our top 5 high school football plays of the week, brought to you in cooperation with Varsity Media. Number 5. Victor, left to right versus Pittsford. Andrew Russell out of the Wildcat. And it can't work much better than this. 80 yards and a touchdown in the Class AA final. Number 4, East Rochester versus Bishop Kearney, moving right to left. Matt LaRocca, the lefty, threading the sideline needle to Afsa Sill. 42 yards. It's a touchdown in the Class C final. At number 3, it's Brighton versus Athena. Moving right to left, Tavon Granison gliding through. Has anyone made it look easier than this kid? 53 yards and a touchdown in the Class A final. At number 2, Hornell versus Batavia. The Blue Devils moving right to left. Jerry Reinhardt to Ray Leach out of the backfield, into the flat, and onto the end zone. 73 yards for a touchdown in the Class B final. And at number 1, going left to right, it is Granison again. More from him later. This is a 47-yard score. He scored 3 touchdowns. The Jim Dahlberth Sporting Goods High School Play of the Week. Coming up, in a season that marked the end of a long championship drought nationally, Greece Athena football breaks through locally when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Sign Impressions is more than just signs. It's a total graphics company. Embroidery, screen printing, team apparel, t-shirts, jackets, hats, and of course banners and signs. Visit signimpressions.com. Call us at 723-0420 to order your team or corporate apparel. Welcome back, and thanks for joining us for the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. It is time now for our Honor Roll of High School Athletes, brought to you by the Injury-Free Coalition for Kids. The Injury-Free Coalition for Kids of Rochester and the Smart Teen Driving Program, funded by the Allstate Foundation, encourages teens to pay attention, not get distracted, and to drive safely. Here's our honor roll of high school athletes. At number 3, Nathan Lawler of the Pittsford Mendon cross country team. He ran the fastest race at sectionals and led the way for the Vikings to win their 5th straight sectional crown by a single point over Brighton and their second place finisher, Paul Dellinger. At number 2, Demir Pross of the unbeaten Class C football champion Bishop Kearney Kings. Pross ran for 281 yards and scored 3 touchdowns in the Battle of the Unbeaten's title game over East Rochester. And at number 1, the new state record holder in the girls' 500-yard freestyle, Pittsford's amazing Lindsey Stone, who carries her act into the state championships at Ithaca on Friday. And now Sticky Lips Barbecue presents our Athlete of the Week. Is your school looking to raise money? Sticky Lips Barbecue has you covered. Check out our community barbecue fundraisers. Sticky Lips quality is an easy sell. Visit StickyLipsBBQ.com for more details. 1981. That was the last time Greece Athena won a Section 5 football crown. Until last Friday night, when the likely Section 5 football player of the year led the Trojans back.
Run around sheets. You could probably start them tomorrow.
It gets dark early these days, and Greece Athena's football team is still on the practice field. That's something new for these guys.
Tigers! D-short! Tigers!
Trojans, are you ready?
Ready!
One! Break it down!
Well, I don't think there's a word in the English language yet that describes how we feel here. I mean, it's just so great that we've been working hard, working all these years to achieve what we did, and to finally get it. It's just, we're all speechless, I think.
When did it kick in that this team could do what it did?
Well, I knew in the offseason we had the potential to do what we did, but it all depended on every week, how we came out to practice, how we worked, our focus level, how we went into the games. So it could have gone either way, any game, honestly, with the focus level, but I knew once I saw the drive and the players that we could actually get it done.
Athena owns its first Section 5 football championship since 1981, 35 long years ago. The wait was as much about timing as anything.
Really, we've had some really good teams, and we went to the finals in 2000, and Webster ended up winning the state championship, and we beat everybody else that year but them. They beat us twice. And then Aquinas, we got dropped down to Class A and had some really good teams and couldn't get by Aquinas at that level. So, you know, we got a great group here, and we're explosive and playing solid defense, strong special teams, so, you know, things going well.
Last week's championship sectional Class A win proved a victory for more than just the players still in uniform. Did you hear a lot about, 35 years, and obviously, 35 years to you is a lifetime. Was there any sense of history involved here for you?
Yeah, a lot of alumni came to that game. They came throughout our practices and spoke to us, many of them, and it was just awesome.
Did something make a particular impression on you?
The fact that they came back made a particular impression because they didn't have to do that, but they did, and they came and they supported us.
Well, I have an uncle who went here a bunch of years ago, and he was telling me how he played here. I don't exactly know the record or anything, but he was saying how just it means a lot to him that we're where we are now, and that he takes pride in our team even though he's not here right now.
The face of this championship is quarterback Tavon Granison. Granison accounted for all 5 of the Trojans' touchdowns in their 35-14 win over Brighton, throwing for 2 and running for 3, totaling 170 yards. 2 years ago, Granison wasn't even a quarterback. Now he is the inside track for All Greater Rochester Player of the Year.
He was forced into the role. Our starter was a senior, broke his collarbone, and we literally taught him the position in like 3 days of practice, and we ended up beating Brockport for a division title.
Before I got put into the position, I was playing it a little bit, and I didn't really want to play it. But then I was forced to play it, so I stepped into that role, and I kind of knew I had to play it, so I just accepted it. And once I accepted it, moving forward, like to my junior year, I was like happier to play quarterback, and now I'm just happy I'm playing quarterback.
Yeah, having success with it doesn't hurt, does it?
Not at all. I can't never complain that I'm not touching the ball enough.
Good day today, boys. Have another focus day tomorrow. Let's go. Turn it right on 3.
Oh! 1, 2, 3, jump right.
We would like to thank our sponsors, especially the 11 dealerships of the Vision Automotive Group. They make the Sports Beat possible. As do you. Thanks once again for watching. We'll see you next week with the Vision High School Sports Beat.